We are constantly bombarded with stuff being thrown at us all day. And it's really important to be present. And you'll often hear people say, be present. But what does that even mean? And how do you become more present? Welcome to today's episode. I'm so excited you are here. We live in a time where we have a lot of distractions, like so many distractions. Our little devices that we hold in our hand, our telephones, cause us to be extremely distracted. I know for me, if I forget my phone, there's like this angst feeling of like, where's my phone? Like, what am I missing? And I was just recently talking to my husband that switched over from a smartwatch to a regular watch. And he's like, oh my God, it's just so nice not having that anxiety when I see a text message pop up on my wrist that I have to reply right away to. We are constantly bombarded with stuff being thrown at us all day. And it's really important to be present. And you'll often hear people say, be present. But what does that even mean? And how do you become more present? Well, obviously, one of the things to do to be more present is to remove outside distractions. So I have a rule at dinner, the phone doesn't come to the table, right? Because if the phone is at the table, that can cause distractions. I will also put my phone away in another room so I can be more present with my daughter when she's home from school. If I'm not wanting to be on my phone and be more present just in general, I will move my phone to all sorts of different locations in my house so there's a barrier to entry. So if you are a type of person that has a phone addiction, which is a very real thing, having a barrier to entry on your phone is very, very helpful, because sometimes we can have addictions in the phone that we don't even realize we're doing. We're such in a trance and a hypnotic state that you don't recognize that you are doing certain behaviors. And so oftentimes I like to move my apps around on my phone, because when I move my apps around on my phone, I notice that I'm checking them. I'll notice the what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the hypnotic state of checking something. So it's like it's more of a tick to check it versus mindfully checking it. And so if I move the app, and there's 3 extra steps to take to get to a particular app, because I need apps for work. And so if there's a particular three extra steps to get there, I'm then very aware of what I'm doing in the present moment. So creating the barrier to entry for anything that is causing you not to be in the present moment is super helpful. So if you find certain things to be extremely distracting to be in the present moment, create a barrier to entry to that particular thing. Other ways that you can become present is to have mindfulness practices. Mindfulness practices can be meditation, can be journaling, can be gratitude practices. Every night before my daughter goes to bed, we practice what are we grateful for. And this is a great practice to get into because it allows you to move past whatever was negative in the day, which, trust me, we can all find something that is super negative to complain about, to be upset about. And guess what? You have the right to be upset about it. Processing your emotions around it is great, but what's really important is to not allow those emotions to overtake everything else that possibly went really well for the day. And so having a gratitude practice will assist you in becoming more present, because what you're going to be doing then is expressing one, gratitude for the things that went well, the things that you really enjoyed. And they don't have to be very big things. They can be little things like, I really enjoyed the laugh that we had at that joke, or I really enjoyed the amazing cup of tea or coffee that I had, or I'm really grateful that I got to catch up with an old friend. Things that bring you joy can support you in becoming more present in that particular moment as well. Another way that you can become more present is to actively listen. Oftentimes, people are waiting their turn to talk. So if you are actively listening to the person that is talking, one, they're going to feel more seen and heard. And two, you're not waiting your turn to talk. And please note that I know that not everybody's waiting their turn to talk, but oftentimes we're ciphering through, like, what can I find relatable? Or do I have another story to share that will complement that person's story? Whatever the case is, by actively listening, you'll become more present. And what is meant to come forward for you to share will come forward. It will absolutely come forward. Also, when you're actively listening, you're going to start, it's like a fun game to play. I love active listening, because the fun game to play then is trying to find the little details in someone's story that they didn't realize was so important. And when I'm actively listening, one, it makes the other person feel really special. It makes them feel really heard and seen. And sometimes this is the first time that they have felt heard and seen for the day, or maybe in a week, or maybe in a really long time. And so active listening can build relationships. It can support you in feeling good about yourself and good about the relationship as well. And this will also encourage possibly the other person to actively listen as well in the relationship too. And so active listening is going to be really important. The other thing that you can do with becoming more present is to have an intention or a mantra that allows you to zone into that particular moment. So it could be, I'm present with my breath, I'm present with my mind, I'm present with my heart, I'm present with my soul. The mantra could be anything that you want to say that allows you to become more present. And so it could be, I am present, I am breathing, I am present, I am breathing, I am present. And these mantras can assist in rewiring the brain. And speaking about breath work is another way to get more present. What it does is it clears out some old energy, and it makes space for you to be more in your body, to be more grounded, because when you're more grounded and rooted, you're going to be able to see through the lens of love. You're going to feel more supported because you're rooting and grounding into Mother Earth and into Gaia as well, which then allows you to kind of diffuse or let go of anything that doesn't belong to you in your auric field, your energy field, any thoughts that don't serve you, because you're breathing, you're making space. Breath work is one of the most powerful, free spiritual tools that you can practice in your spiritual toolbox. If you have not practiced breath work, I highly recommend taking 10 conscious breaths every few hours and seeing how you feel. And this will not only make you start becoming more present, this will start seriously de-stressing your mind, body, soul, because you are becoming more present with the breath. The breath brings more peace and brings more stillness, which allows the mind to become more calm. And we all require a little bit more calm in our life, don't we? So practice mindfulness. Practice mindfulness practices that support you in getting more present. So mindfulness practices, again, can be breathing, journaling, meditation, spiritual movement like yoga, going for a walk, Pilates, Tai Chi. When you move your body, even dance, when you move your body, you're moving out stagnant, stuck energy, which then allows you to be more present in the present moment. And if you can do it outside, even better, because guess what? Mother Nature is healing you while you're outside, while you're taking those walks. Practice gratitude. Name 3 things that you are grateful for. Journal daily. Journal daily and create barriers to entries that have you distracted. That could be your phone. That could be limiting your screen time. That could be any other thing that has you distracted and not being more present. One last one that I'm just going to throw out is set up family time rules. And family time doesn't matter if you're married or you have a significant other. Maybe you have a cat and yourself, and you live by yourself with an animal. What does your family time look like? What does that look like? Because that's going to support you in feeling better, because you have parameters that will assist you in being more present and not distracted by screens or work or anything else. And practice active listening. All right, my friends, please make sure you share this with a friend, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.